Alright, what's going on? This video is just to show you how I use Nikon's free software to organize and edit all my photos. I think it's great, really easy to use, and it's free. So first I'm going to go through like my organization process, which if you try and use the software right out of the box, it's like not all the features are real evident. Documentation's not super great, so I'm going to explain it kind of simply, I guess, but it'll help. And then I'm going to go through the editing process. So first thing I do is, these are 270 photos from the Grand Canyon, or 217. First thing I do is I select any photo over here. And this is like a double monitor setup. So I can multitask, look at all my files, look at a preview. I have it set up so you can see the autofocus point, as well as the brightness and color histograms, and then the camera settings. So if I click over here, oh yeah, you can also zoom in, like it's like a high-res preview. So what I do is, on this screen, I'll quickly page through photos using the arrow keys, and then using these smart filters, if I press like the 1 key on the numpad, the 1 will enable, so it's like a little tag, and then I can sort through and quickly select all the photos that I want to keep. So if it looks like garbage, I just skip over it and don't press anything. If it's like somewhat interesting, I'll press 1. Yeah, I already actually sorted through these and processed them, so I'm not going to go through that whole process. But then over here, you can go and select filters, and then any tags that you select up here, like 1, 2, I usually do 1 at a time because, I don't know, I'm pretty basic. You can see only those photos. So I just cut down, like yesterday, 217 photos to 36 that I liked. And then it just makes processing way more straightforward. So these are all the ones that I liked. And then I go through usually one by one. You can do batch processing, but I'm not a big fan. And then these are like the image adjustments you can make. So I'll just show you a few of those real quick. The first one I always use, exposure compensation. You get down 2 stops or up 2 stops. So the preview will auto-update as well, which is nice. White balance, you can do presets, or I like gray point. So if you start the sampling process, you select something that's gray, or like if you have a gray card, you can do that. I usually do trial and error. Anyways, going on, there's like, it's pretty basic, but it's like basically Instagram filters, but you're actually processing the raw data instead of a JPEG. So it's a little cleaner. Contrast, brightness, highlight protection, and shadow protection. You basically can like prevent yourself from washing out colors with the highlight protection, or like recover shadows with the shadow protection. There's like a saturation too. It's really nice. If you bump it all the way up, it looks horrible, but in small doses, it's good. Delighting, I don't actually know what that stands for, but you can like, if you have a weird light source, or I only use natural lighting, so everything's kind of weirdly lit, you can like selectively bring back some colors, or some brightness, I guess. It kind of adds noise, makes things look like undersaturated, but again, in like weird lighting scenarios, like if you're doing wildlife photography with a slow lens, then that's really helpful. It works pretty well. There's also built-in like red eye and like color aberrations. Like, I guess they're, I don't know, error fixes? I don't know what you'd call them. And if you really want to, you can go through and edit all your metadata, but I don't really care about that. Anyways, once you've edited all your photos to your liking, you can go through and, 1 second. So select everything you want to process, and then right click and say output, convert files. You can change your quality settings, your size. You can remove your EXIF data if you don't really care about it. Really nice thing is you can change your naming convention. So like you can go by what order it was shot in, date and time. Yeah, it's really nice. You can like customize it pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to actually convert it all right now because it takes a while, and I already went through these photos, but I think this is like a great solution for I don't know, a one fix photo editing software.